Short video, I'll try and keep it short, or edit it, pause it, edit. Well, that's an early DVD, Blu-ray pressing. And then of course there's the early DVD. That's a region 2. I've got a region 1, but I don't know where I put it. It's somewhere lounging around. Just mute that for a sec. That's that's not too bad, that pressing. Of course the pressings. Oh well, yeah. So the mix has had some differences over a while, where the surrounds sound a bit mono discreet on this pressing, whereas it went over to that and they kind of went a bit stereo-ish. But that pressing, yeah, it's got a bit of a left center, right center on it. It's like searching for left center, right centers. So got the processor set in Dolby Stereo 5-screen mode, so I'm not using the Dolby Atmos mode because I'm not really overwhelmed by the use of the overhead speakers, but just play it there. You can see the levels there going up on the left center, right center. Because the processor, I can put it into DTS Neural X mode, where it would create a left center, right center, say for like, say, for example, 5.1 or 7.1. Know what I mean. But this one's where it's carrying mostly music on this scene. So that's just the music score on left center, right center there. Even though the right center's over here, and the Trinov's got it back to front. They should have the left center, right center, right, and going in like the Sony SDDS sort of order. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's got a few little teeny sound effects going on in some place, and they're like only short, like whoosh, whoosh. I'll try and find them. Little sound effects going to come up in the inner channels in a second. That's a kind of bit mono-ish signal there that I saw, because the bar graphic level meters were about the same level. It's hard to say what that Sony have done with this. It's hard to say. And as for like the music, there's no other crowd scenes like to create in a sound field. But I mean, the early DVD edition's got an isolated music score on it. So it sounds like they're using a bit of, I don't know if it sounds hokey or something. Because originally this would be a format 42 on 70mm. Well, actually it's a little bit more than that. Format 44, 45, 46. Oh no, hang on, that'd be 70mm with splits around. Yeah, it'd be one of the, anyway, call it format 42 with, well, oh yeah, there's a few sound effects there, but I don't know, do they make sense? Because if I blend the levels carefully with the so I had to readjust the levels on here. Let me just look at that again. Let me look at that again, because it sounded loudish. yeah, it just went a little bit, not too much, because when I was monitoring earlier, I'll go back. Sorry, I muted the the VU meters. Um, on some gimmicky things, they're very cheap. They're less than £100 or something, and I got 3 of these units, and they're not quite accurate in LED movement. So you need processors to see what's going on, because I had to turn the levels down on the LCRs because they were about 15 dB too bloody loud, or too high. Not just that. It's a little bit more. It's also frequency response. A few seagull sounds. But I don't think there's anything new there. At least yeah. I think those seagull sounds, when listening on the early edition, you hear them in the surrounds a little bit. And I think when it got to this one or such, and also the 4K, I think in the surrounds, hang on if I go to it, so I got those muted. Inputs. Yeah. And hang on. Go solo. I can hear the ocean waves in the surround. That doesn't make sense, because the ocean's up there. It's not back here. I've never heard ocean water creeping up onto the sand, on dry sand. That's somewhere like up here when the ocean's back down that way, in the continuity of the picture. So yeah, Sony, someone engineer, they weren't watching and listening. So I think this is just a bit of a gimmick, just to sell an old movie at the end of the day. Because the way the music sounds on them, if I come off of that, go over to the right center, left center, right center. Yeah, I can hear the score there. It's like I can hear it in the surround, but there is differences going on in the mixing or whatever they've done. It's best to have all sort of things, all sort of discs, so you can pick and choose. Also, I've got it on Laserdisc, 2 editions on Laserdisc. It's like they turn up. I mean, what is the original? I mean, what does the camera negative or what's it is? Because they always say, oh, it's a scan of the 4K, blah, this, blah, blah, that. I just look at it and just think at the end of the day, it's just video picture manipulation. Yeah, it's clear, it's bright, but I never saw this 35. I had a chance one time to see it when it was at I think it was a day off or somewhere in the week at UCI cinemas, and they had the big billboard thing for it and such. But I don't know if it actually, the print came in or got made up, or if they cancelled it. Can't remember. It's donkey years ago. Who cares? Occasionally, when this movie shows up playing somewhere, it's either 70mm 6-track mag, and yes, I can hear the mag stripe sound on this. If I listen carefully, when it gets down near to the end credits, and it's starting on the drum, boom, boom, da 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 bum, boom, and it gets very soft because the dynamic range is, because there's no middle and high frequencies much playing, and then you can just hear this. I don't know if I can see this fake grain effect moving around on the screen, because it's like a static noise that I can see moving in the screen area. It's like this random noise effect that they just plaster on the image for all the fanboys. They're like, oh yeah, it's got grain. If they weren't using digital noise reduction on anything, you'd see grain even on a 35 print version release of this, if it was televised, long before digital TV started coming into in the 21st century, and you'd be able to see it. Think about it. Film 35 is very tiny in the frame, and depending on the quality, the camera stock, and blah blah blah, you'd be able to see, scratch marks, etc. And if I can't see too many scratch marks moving around on there's something gimmicky going on, just to sell and BS the public. Oh yeah, oh it's 4K. If an 8K or a 12K or a 500K came out, I'm probably not going to be interested. But there's no music score playing at the moment. I'm unmuted. Oh no, hang on. Oh yeah, I'm on solo. Yeah. So I'll mute those, or turn those off. Mute the surrounds. Go to the meter levels. Yeah, it's just the LCR. So it's weird. It's weird. What's going on when other parts in the movie? Just want to listen right down to the end credits, because I checked the other one, and this one, it seems like they shortened the noise thing issue. Just it's a little bit different, the timing. This one's got a different, like when you're on the opening, it sounds like putting a stylus or a cartridge down on a vinyl disc, and you hear that, but you don't hear that scratch sound, but it's like you hear the magnetic stripe sound going over the magnetic heads, that sort of sound. And it's got kind of like a hiss, but not like a hiss like that. It's just got that magnetic tape saw, and I was thinking, well, maybe I could try if rig up some Dolby SR cards and use it to give it a more digital sound. Turn the fader up. See if I can hear any magnetic sound. Yeah, I can hear a little bits in between. I can hear it there. And yeah, they fade it really there, but on the DVD, it's just about a second or so extra longer, and you can just hear it until it actually fades out. You can hear this like classic mag stripe sound, because these are all magnetic. It's different now today with Pro Tools and all digital. It's all different signal noise ratio.